Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, and thank you for tuning back into St. Andrew TV, a cure for your Monday blues. I'm your host, Andrew, and today we are doing an updated version of my Wild West hat collection. I have acquired 3 new hats, and I have reshaped another, and we are going to go over all of them, and I will give you the dimensions, what they're made out of, and where I got all of them. So if you follow me along, I hope you enjoy. So as I said in the intro, I have 3 new hats and one that I reshaped, and we're going to start with the one that I reshaped. Do you remember way back when I had the black Cattleman Crease Rest-A-Stool hat that I got in an antique store? This is a Rest-A-Stool, just typical cowboy hat. This is what it has become. It is now just an open crown that is 6 inches high, and a 4-inch kettle curled natural edged brim. It is 4X beaver fur felt, and I did my best to give it a new hat band, which I just got this at, I think, Hobby Lobby. I got, some red, and then I added some feathers here. This was a find in an antique small, but I cannot stand the Cattleman Crease, as you saw in the previous hat shaping video. It's really tough to get out, and this crown alone probably took me 3 hours to get all the creases out of it. But this is what the Cattleman Crease can turn into if you put a little bit of elbow grease into what you are doing. You also saw this hat in the Red Harlow video where I do the Red Harlow gun spinning. Doing a kettle curled brim is also extremely difficult without a taliker, and I will say that until I am blue in the face. So let's move on to the new hats. The particular order we are going on today is date when they were acquired, and this is the first one that I acquired as I'm adding hats to my ever-expanding collection. And this here is a black Boss of the Plains hat. Pretty simple. It has a 4.5-inch crown with an inch-high grosgrain ribbon, and it has a 3.5 bound edge flat brim. And I do believe this one is made out of rabbit fur felt. It's a little bit more coarse than the beaver fur felt that we normally do. But this hat was purchased for the sole purpose of going out to the desert and shooting. This one is meant to get beat up a little bit, and that's all there really is to it. This one was actually acquired via Facebook Marketplace, and the maker here, if I look under the hat, is Miller Hats. I've gotten plenty of hats from Miller Hats. They are a great place to go purchase hats. So this is my standard Boss of the Plains hat, open crown, flat brim. The bound edge is a nice touch, and like I said, it's my shooter hat. This is my, I guess, scout hat. The second hat that I have recently added to my collection is a hat that you've already seen, because this is reshaped as well, but you've never seen it in a hat collection video. This is the hat, or, my variation of it, from the 1982 horror film The Thing, starring Kurt Russell. It has a 7-inch crown with a Montana pinch. It has just a generic hat band on it. You can see right there, it's sewn into the crown. It feels like it's made of like some cotton blend, very soft. And it has a 4.5-inch brim. And obviously it has the very unique 4 upturned sides. This is another 5X hat from Rest-A-Stool, and it was also an antique small find. Like I said, you find a hat that is your size and a color that you like, you can take it home and if you follow one of my tutorials of how to reshape hats, this is no problem. Make it in any shape you like. Fur and wood is never dead. And if you can see, it's brown. This is a brown hat, which is cool because all the hats today that are new to my collection are a different color. The final hat that is new to my collection and the latest purchase that you've already seen a video on of me reshaping is this gray 4.5 inch crown, 4 inch flat natural edge brim with this horseshoe hat band, which I'm not a fan of, but I didn't really want to cut it out. 4X Stetson hat. This is the first Stetson that I found at an antique mall. Actually, my wife picked it out because it fit her, so I reshaped it for her because 7 1/4 ain't gonna fit my bulbous head. I turned it into a teardrop crown. That is when you make it a telescopic crown like this one here, and then you add a pinch in front, making the crown look like a teardrop or a C. If I turn it this way, it's also called a C crown. Nothing too spectacular. It was purposely crafted to be very run-of-the-mill. That's why it's very minimal on the modifications that were done to it. The stone gray is a nice touch. I have not seen many hats that are gray in color and also beaver fur felt. So this was a good change of pace. This was a good change up to find at an antique mall. They're usually black or brown. So to find a fur felt hat that's in stone gray was a nice change up. And that concludes today's video of the newest additions to the hat collection. Thank you for getting this far into the video. If you've liked today's video, please leave a like or leave me a comment stating what you liked or tell me what I should do next. I have a Patreon that is linked down in the description below or should be appearing at the bottom of your screen right now. I do not take sponsorships nor ads on this channel, and if you'd like to continue to support the content that you see on this channel, please feel free to go over to the Patreon and donate. Everything here that you see is community funded or it comes out of my wallet. But that is not to say to feel any obligation to do so. The content that you see on St. Andrew TV will forever remain free. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed as of late, but for those of you who have come across this channel, maybe just because you like Western content, maybe you just wanted to see more Western hats that are being crudely tucked away in my closet. Or maybe you're finally getting the hint to go out to your antique malls and find some hats that you can reshape yourself. Think about hitting that subscribe button because you're a daisy if you do.